Hey peeps, what up? How y'all doing? Y'all catching this? Is it good? Okay. Okay. So, I know this is a little bit, I got caught up in the folklore and the happening of what's going on with our thing. What's going on with our thing is we was having inventory at work, so forgive me. I was going to try to get a regular show out, but I got distracted by yesterday. Didn't do it today, so we're doing this, and we're doing a tech talk, and we're doing this tech talk. This is going to be weird. This isn't exactly how to build, but it is. And it's live because I didn't want to do a paper aircraft weekly. I don't know why. Because I feel like I missed it because I came in late. So you're getting a tech talk because we're going to focus on those rear fins. We haven't done a tech talk in a while, but I want to focus on them rear fins. Something that makes, and yeah, you heard it here first, and you heard it here right. I'm going to say it right now. Something that makes Exile a lot like Exile. Yes, we're going to build basically an Exile. Homage to you there, KIA. Dalton, you want to get on board and do this again? People don't seem to understand, what we're dealing with here, that we have the same plane. But that's okay, because it just is. So anyway, what we got here is a standard sheet. You can't see it because my camera's a little bit off of there, but this is a little bit less than a standard sheet. It's 8.5 by 10 3/4 because it came from a pad. That's okay. That's okay. So it's, for those of y'all, 8.5 inch by 10 3/4 of an inch. A little bit less than, actually, because that hash right there, see that down there? Right there? Yeah, that's 10 3/4, and it's a little bit under that because it came from a notepad. Like that cat scratch I get for playing with my cat. Anyway, so yeah, 8.5 by 10 3/4. Yeah, you'd think I'd be smarter than this by now. Okay. No, the other way. Donkey Kong. What the hell are you doing? Oh, I swear to God. I'm sorry. I should have this ready. Actually, what I should have is this on my scanner here. Okay, 8.5 inch by 10 3/4 inch is a 29.5 centimeter. Ta-da! Yeah, that's you there. By 27 centimeter sheet of paper. Okay? Metric, people, metric. So that's exact, but using the standard other sheet, so it's 28 centimeters. Anyway, there you go. Get you one of those. Okay. Now I'm going to stress this again. This is the same way we build phases. Okay? It's an export version. This is the same way. There's only the subtle changes are in what he chooses to do versus what I choose to do, but the basic is the same. And you can argue that till you're blue in the face. And you go right ahead, but point is, same bird. Because he exported it. All right, let's do this. So, I'm not going to give instruction on it because this is something you should know how to do by now. I mean, you said it before. Remember when you said this is a basic plane? Well, this why. Because again, this is why. It's only like little stuff that people have a tendency to do to their birds that make it a little bit more different. Now I'm going to make this one just like he did because reasons. I have no idea why. Actually, I don't know if I'm making it just like he did. No, this ain't official. This is just tired of the brouhaha and I need to get something out and I wanted to do this. Yeah. You following along so far? Pause the video, rewind it. Took the paper, folded it in half again. All right, you got that much. Yeah, you got it going for you. Got it going on. Yeah. Like the reason why I know how to build this is because it's the same plane. You trying to tell me over 3,000 miles away, dude, you trying to tell me all that crap Over 20 years of difference, and he's trying to tell me it's not the same plane. Like, I haven't built it how many times before? How many eons before? Yeah, the audacity. And it's really not that hard, people. You don't have to use notebook sheet or notepad sheet. I want to point out that actually this notepad feels like it's extremely thin. Like it's thinner than the average notepad. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm also going to, let's pop a view here real quick. Clips. Ain't got no damn clips. Hold the hell on a minute. Oh, it's working on it. It's working on it, is it? Hold on a minute. I'm going to show you something. I have this in the background because I need to have this in the background because I want to do what I do, and what I do, and do it right. I mean, that sheet, that picture that I showed you the last time we did what we did was, my God, his pictures are fucking huge. He took it with that Nikon. I can tell it's got a blue tint. Oh, that's not the right one. Yeah. All that pictures, those 4 planes that you saw before, those are all Exiles. They're just new ways that he's going to build them. So, here's one that's more reasonably sized. Okay, so, now I'm not trying to get it to look like this, but that's one of the ways he's doing it. Yeah, that's what that was. That's a KIA Exile. Borrowing the pictures. He's got different ways of building this bird. That's another one. It looked pretty good. All right, so you're getting the idea here. Now, that's not the one you thinking is. Y'all are thinking about this one. I'm going to bring it back up here because I want to make sure I get it. That's number 16 that y'all are so in love with, which is a phase 3 for crying out loud. But whatever. Let's get down to it. So, I told Avi, when he's doing that, out to hell with it. So it's back there. So I'm already scared because I think I gotta. Your wing pockets, that's what the point is, right? Never mind. It just comes to the point. It's a little obvious it's the point. So, we're doing a point because we're doing a point. His angle's a little more. So I'm going to cut some length off of this because his angle is actually more shallow than it would be if I went to what's going to become the keel. Messed that up too, didn't I? It strikes me, D, that your plane might have turned out a little differently too, because if I noticed that your tail and Charlie there, oh man, I'm gonna have to cut it shorter, but you got to measure it for us because I realize that you might have a different size sheet on your hands here. Because this is straight. Judging by how your fin is back there, you left your rudder straight. So even when you cut that, you left it like this. I might have to trim that. Okay, so. No, we're doing it exactly like he did it. So I just cut the length of it off, which is going to make this one, by all means, use the A4 sheet. Use the 8.5 by 11, because if you're going to cut like that, you're going to cut its length, and we would need confirmation from D, from KIA, how much you'd have to cut, because now my plane is sub 8, and 8 is prime for phases. So, oh yeah, I got to do it that way. I wasn't forgetting that the wing pockets are down. I was just trying to make them symmetrical, but I can just do it from here. So, I swear to God, I've done this before, but he keeps getting asked about the same damn thing. It's like, dude, I did this plane. We've actually done it 3 times. You got to go, dude, 3 times. And you can ask them, you can ask NASA's, you can ask KA. They probably like my folding technique better because everything seems crisp. Although if you look at both of theirs, they look pretty good. I mean, that might have been true back in the day. Oh, so now you're going to change up. Now you're going to ask for the 4. I'm doing the Exile, but you're going to change up and do the 4. Hard man to please, Abby. I swear. I swear to God. All right. I almost might have to check out KIA's short about how to do this. Except I know what he did back here, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I know what you did. Yeah, you just made it straight too. So, here we go. Here we go. Now, I know how big that is because you showed me the picture. That was dumb, actually, wasn't it? I should have. Right. Now I did a major mess up there. I can recover it. Right. That's the most important piece of the entire aircraft. This is all he did right here. Let's flip that up. Look familiar, don't it? Hold up. Not done yet. Not done yet. You got a pretty big winglet on there, though. Let's all wish luck to Jason in the hopes that, like, on his channel, he's going for the world record on the distance, just despite a certain other entity in our orb, and hope he gets it, because, like he said, I kind of support the fact that, you know, I'm building my plane and I'm throwing my plane. You know, I kind of like that, because really, that's what this should all be about. This is an Exile T1. This is number 16. This is how to build number 16. I'm doing it exactly like his design is. Catching it up, because like I said, I'm tired of hearing this crap. There we go. There we go. He puts a little bit of angle up on there. These kick out just a hair. Mine's going to be a little bit smaller because my sheet was a little bit smaller, but at the fins. Now, according to what he had said, there's one other thing that we got to do. You have a staple in the nose, don't you? I got the picture in the background. I'm going to bring it up bigger. We'll transition to it real quick. Yep, okay, it looks about right. He's got a staple in the nose. Okay. But I also remember the other things that he did with it. So now that we did that, wing pockets are on the bottom. Triangular tips. Little fins. Got all that. Put a staple. Kind of haphazard, I think, in the stapling department, but all right. If I remember correctly, KIA also, you taped it a little bit in the nose, but you also taped the runner. So we'll give a little bit of tape to that nose. Not much. We talked about this on the show when KIA was last on while we were together about 2 months back. So putting a little bit of tape here. Which basically just covers up the staple because you don't need that much more weight. And then the other crucial part. What'd you say was like 2 inches? I got to make sure I bat that one because I make sure I match it because this is, like I said, this is a really short little piece of paper. I don't want to mess that up too much. I'll take the wing back out because I got to match his tape job. Okay, and this is where he did to hold this down and together. Was back at the center of gravity, right, Dalton? I remember showing, he showed the shot. I'd have to take a look at that short again to be sure. But he did the overview just to make sure we got that matched up. But this is prime. This is a good spot because it's the center of gravity where you're going to hold it. Going to hold the wing pockets and it'll hold the fuselage together. Kind of forces it out back there. Did you put anything back there? I'm going to have to check that video out again. Boom. Look at that. It didn't even take long. How long are we into this? How long are we into? I don't freaking know. I've done 15 minutes already. I get into this crap. All right, so he doesn't kick those out, I think, too much. They end up out during the flight, but he doesn't kick them out. Now, bear with me, people, because what we're going to do is we're going to go take a visit in the background while y'all watching the live stream, while I'm piddling around with this plane. Let me get my scissors here. A little bit of cuts. You know what cuts I did. Like I said, now this plane's a little bit smaller than they would be, but where are we at? This is Kay. I got to check out his shorts. There she blows. Okay, because you're looking at Exile 16. Dude, that ain't even right. You did tape the back end. Okay. Oh, and you split it too? And the tips aren't pointed. You took the staple out. Runs all the way up from the nose. It's split. Okay. Just watching his short in the background. I said, you're coming along, so you're coming along. Okay, so hold on. I got a little bit more to do to match this up. Now, see, unlike some people, I fully don't expect this aircraft to perform like his does because I built it. So it's different. Now I'm a little confused because, again, in the short, you're going to have to confirm this for us again via show or the thing, okay, Dalton, but, okay, so the tape should actually run from here all the way to the nose. That's how 16 is. So I'm a little bit different, but damn, you got me curious now. So is that not 16 in my picture? I'm going to put an extra piece of tape on here because, again, like in your overview of the short, I see that there's no staple, but the picture we got from 16 shows a staple. We got here. This is actually the more crucial element of piece of tape because that's where the nose weakling is. Okay, so now it's 3 pieces, but there's tape running from here to here. The hell was that? Yeah, you don't need to be bringing that shit up right now. Okay, so one other piece of tape. This is your discretion. He basically tapes almost the entire keel. But we don't seem to like the fact that it separates back here, aside from the fin that we created. So he tapes it right at the end to hold it down, or rather hold it together. So like that means, of course, that the keel is now one solid piece. Well, I mean, okay, I got a little buckling here, but it won't fly that way. So there. Now, according to the short, man, I got that cut almost perfect, didn't I? Look at that. I left a little bitty fuzzy piece right there. I'm going to snip that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Yeah. I know, Jason, you don't like to do this, but Jason, like, if you watch this, I'll let you know we support you and everything. I hope you get it. So, yeah. Now, the difference is, I do believe, again, in the short, and not really evidenced in the picture again, we'll take another look at it. But not really evidenced in the picture again is, I believe the top here is actually split. However, yeah, okay, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at like halfway through the short, and like he's got it laying upside down, and it does. That picture is not S16. That's not number 16. It can't be, because that one does come to a point while 16 in your overview of the video does show that split but it also shows that your winglets do not come to a point. They've got the ever so slightest angle to them, one more so than the other. And again, K would let you believe, of course, that they don't fold as good, which is probably one of the reasons why it looks like that. What the hell is that? I see. Okay. So, because I can do that, I'm going to do that. That'll be the finishing trim. See, this one actually does have a little bit of that angle to it there, but I'm just going to cut it. This does no harm. There we go. That's what you get the tiny scissors for, is the tiny little minute cuts. And there you have it. Okay, this, although it's a bit smaller, is 16. Well, actually, sorry. One more thing. True 16 is split. Okay, that's a 16. That is what he did. There we go. Tape. Tape. The staple may or may not be present. You did to fly it to be sure, which I can't do because I taped over the staple. Put the staple on last. But wing pockets are down. And when looking at his short, you see his short actually does, in fact, have a little bit of this poofiness to the wing pockets. But you'll see that mine don't really. That one's worse than this one. This one's pretty tight. And I could back that out. Yeah, I can. If the plane goes down. I can back that out by just, like, follow your crease here. That's where it comes from, is the fold. So, if you're concerned with it, I almost wouldn't be concerned with it because, again, if you look at his short, he has the poofiness in the wing pockets. So, he's got the issue. So, it probably doesn't matter. And if you're really concerned with it, as Jason suggests and as we suggest, stall proof it, tape them down. It can only make the plane fly better. So, there we go. I don't think I'm matching it up. Oh yeah, that's tight. Okay, so now this one's actually not as tight as this one is. But yeah, took it away. So now she's crisp clean. Yep, so that is, well, anyway, let me see if I can get that angle right there. That is basically that. I'd ask, but I don't have to. I know I got it right. That's my plane. Wait. Shrink that up just a little bit more. It's not held at the same angle, but you get the idea. There she is. All right. So, obviously, what we're dealing with here, why this is a tech talk, is because the tech is those Strakes, fins, whatever you want to call them. I like to call them Strakes because they're so small. It is an upright fin, but it's tiny, so you saw how I formed it. That's the tech we're featuring. Could be the staple, could be adding the tape down the line. I would put stall proofing on it, but there's no need. I can rest assured this plane probably flies pretty damn good. So, but that's it. That's Exile 16. Yours will be longer than this. Mine turned out to be just over 7.5 inches, just over, oh, God damn, I closed the window. Help me out, people. What the hell is inches? Not the other way. God forbid, dude. Can we go the other way? Not meter eaters. Did you know that a chain is actually a measure of length? It's 19, mine is 19 centimeters long. Just over 19 centimeters long. Right. Yeah. So, it's not standard. Because I started out with a smaller sheet, and I had to cut the back end. We'd have to ask KIA for sure if the other one that this one in particular, because it looks longer. I'd like to know exactly how long that one is, because I'd like to know what he did. Hell, he might, I didn't think about it. He might have actually used a legal sheet. Did you use a legal sheet? Because that seems about right. So yeah, this is what S16. Now you got me doing it. It's number 16. The S is irrelevant. This is what, and T1 is irrelevant too. That's just his coding. This is an Exile. This is how number 16 was built. Go back, get it right, fly it, see what you can do. He's put it up there. We've talked about it. We've made it in front of you. We showed it off. I ain't doing this again, so you better get it right. Like I said, we'll tweak it, but this is it. This is the plane. We'll work with you. But there you go. Questions, comments? Like I said, I built it out of notepad paper. I built it out of stupid-ass, flimsy notepad paper. So truthfully speaking, I don't expect it to fly as good as this one. I think it'll probably fly worse. But it should fly good because the plane is inherently good. All right. So we got that. Y'all got that. I hope y'all got that. It's not terrible hard. It's never been terrible hard, which is why I don't quite understand how the hell people wouldn't be getting that one. And when you see it, some of y'all probably see it in like, maybe not exactly like this, but you'll be like, hey, yeah, I built that before. I built that years ago. Or some of y'all be like, why haven't I thought of that before? I mean, you're going to get like all kinds of people on it, and that's fine. The whole point though is like, just trying to, just let's get it right. Because we want you to get it right. So, looking at this, you'll see this, and then you'll know that like what need to be done. Seriously, what need to be done can be done. So, man, how do we do that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is volume 10. Okay. So anyway, there it is. There's that. Yeah. I'm doing a scrub up, and the only reason I'm doing it on this particular kind of thing without like any formal entry and crap like that is just because I wanted to get it out. We've already done it, so I don't feel like I'm just throwing it out there and I'm featuring the tech. Like you saw me put it in there, you know how it was done, and I can see like I'm already looking at it. I can see different ways to actually get it done. You can make a different slant to the trailing edge. You can make the fins angled. You can make the strakes angled. You can make the rudder angled, which I would probably do. As a matter of fact, with this one, y'all know how to build it, right? Y'all watched it being built? See, I'm already going to do that crap because I hate rudders. So I'm going to put the angle in there. That's a tech in and of itself. And believe it or not, that cut that I just did there, that cut that actually takes that away, that matters. These planes really like, phases in general, and some other planes really do like those rudders gone. But I'm gonna do all kinds of tweaking on this bad boy, because now that I've showed it out there for the official world, I mean it's true I never really built this one in particular, but now that I've done this, I'm gonna make this plane look a little bit more streamlined. I don't know why I don't do these more often. I should do this more often. Just like I should like listen to Jason more often. Yeah. Here I am like 40 years in, 30 years in, however long it is, saying like, maybe I should do that more often, but damn. Dude, these things want to come apart. You ever had that problem? I can't hold it by there, they'll rip off. I just wanted to look a little bit more fin-like, a little bit more aerodynamic. So I don't want to, truthfully speaking, because of what they do, I don't think they have to be perfectly similar anyway, but my OCD won't allow me to let them be anything but, so I got to cut the same. Yeah. I'm pretty good at it. All right. So now, mine, a little bit more advanced. All right, there you are, people. That's Exile 16 for you. Featuring the tech of the strakes in the back from the rudder area, the deluxe strakes. Give you a little bit of an X. And also, if nothing else, just to get another, like a tech talk out there for you. Because Hell, we haven't had one in a while. Needed to do it. Needed to do it. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Had to get that out because again, y'all needed to see. Everybody keeps asking, for crying out loud. So y'all needed to see how it was done. And that's how it's done. Questions, comments. There's been other people requesting it before. It wasn't a short, but the video about So Good It's Scary. And of course it was scary because it kept wanting to go into the water, and we can't allow that to happen. So that's why we said it was scary. And yeah. I said, let us know what you think. See if you get a chance to fly it. Thanks for coming along with us. Get it right. We'll work with you. This is the way it is. And all right. Anything else? Thoughts, comments? Let us know. Give it a try. Let us know how it flies. Yes, Hobby. We'll try to do that one. But I'm not doing that in this show. And there we are.